Okay. So tell me about some tips so that I can improve my vocabulary, because this is the main problem I face, finding new vocabularies, and I don't really buy books of vocabulary because it is not part of my syllabus of 11th, 12th. So I don't
Hmm.
spend that much. So yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to vocab, I mostly get good vocabs from sometimes from YouTube channels and mostly from the books, whatever I read. If I read any books, so there is very related vocabularies that is related to your life, your daily conversation. So I just go through with those vocabs, and as you, if you would have time, you can take more than one or two, five vocabs. But when it comes to me, I always take only single vocab per day so that I can implement that vocab in my conversation, and as well as I just upload that vocab on my channel also, so that others people can also get benefit from my vocabs. And the vocabs that whatever I am taking, I just stick it in my kitchen so that I can watch, I can see that vocab while commuting here and there. And in this way, means in an passive way, we are just getting that that vocab is getting registered in my mind, though I am not willingly learning that, but automatically it becomes the part of my life. Yeah.
Okay. That's great, because if we are learning one vocabulary per day, so that will be fixed in our mind, and we'll
Hmm.
whenever we'll talk to people, we'll definitely use it. But if I learn 10 vocabulary per day, so I'll be confused which one to pick and which one to use. So yeah, that's
Yes.
really good.
Yes, when we take one vocabs, na, it comes into our learning means very smoothly.
Exactly.
We don't take hard efforts to just learn that.
Exactly.
Yes, and it is easy way. When we are taking one vocab and we are making multiple questions, we are framing multiple sentences out of that vocab. So it is really good. Sometimes suppose in 1 week we have just learned 7 words. So just by mixing that 7 vocabs, we can just make one story, or we can write one paragraph out of those particular vocab. In this way, it will be the revision of your learned vocab, and at the same way, you are giving creativity to your thoughts also, that how you can utilize your vocabs that you have learned throughout the week. Yeah.
Exactly. And as you talked about writing, so I'm fond of writing journals, and I often write. I mostly write about what thing happened to me, something worst happened to me, something good happened to me, like all of my experiences, so that I can
Hmm.
memorize those things again, and I can relive that moment.
Really, writing is wonderful. I always love writing, and I always give suggestions also. Those who have not started, they should start. At least they should start writing with bullets. Those who are not getting time, they can write 5 bullets in form of 5 bullets, so that they can start writing from somewhere. And if we are not getting much time for writing, so we can start by summarizing our day. If you are not getting that time also, that you can summarize your day, so you can write 2 beautiful moments of your day, that what were the good incidents of your life that you have lived today. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of this assumption in people that for spoken English, why do we need to write? But actually, when
Yes.
you write, you force your mind to get vocabulary, you force your mind to
Yes, we
memorize.
force our mind to think in English every time, because whenever we are just going with the process of thinking in English, so that time whatever we are just writing, whatever we are expressing on the page, so that gives a tremendous result to us, to the process of learning English. And what happened when we write, so that time we can use our learned vocab also, and automatically that vocabs come into your mind when you write. Yes, these vocabs we have learned, now you can use them. Or when you use them, so when you just have any conversation with someone, So you would notice that whatever you are writing, that words becomes your friends, and automatically that comes into your conversation when you have any conversation with someone.
I've seen a lot of your conversational videos. So yeah, that's a kind of dream come true moment to talk with you.
It's my pleasure. So I need your intro as well. I would love to listen about you.
Okay, sure. So my name is Ayushi and I come from UP State. Right now I'm in 11th grade, about to go in 12th. And I have taken PCM stream. If I talk about my family, so there are four members in my family, including me. My mama is my single parent, and we are three sisters, and I'm the youngest one among all of us.
Okay, you are the youngest one,
Yeah,
and your mother is a single parent. Really, it will be very full of. We can say that challenges in life when there is single parents. We are responsible for everything by our own. Yes.
exactly. It's quite challenging.
So that is why you want to be that helping hand that can help in their life, means your sisters and your mothers as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm quite excited to know about you in a brief, like in a detailed way, like your
Yeah.
hobbies. What do you like?
Yes. When I am talking about my hobbies, so I love reading books, and in books, mostly I love short stories. Because it takes a little bit time for in completing, hardly 10 to 15 minutes. And when we just talking about the books that are fictions and other self-help books, so they need proper time. But nowadays I have started reading that fictions as well, and it is really helpful. And when we read books, so automatically somewhere we are gaining new sentence structures, new vocabs, idioms, and so many things are there that we just go through with reading. So reading is most important. And apart from reading, I do gardening. I love to live near nature earth, so that's why. And
Okay,
when it comes to yoga, so yoga is my core of interest. You can consider it my habit because I do it on daily basis. Yeah.
okay, great. Great to know about your hobbies, and yeah, that's wonderful. I also often read, and it's one of my hobby. I normally read novels just to gain vocabularies, grab vocabularies from there. And
Mm.
yeah, as said earlier, that it gives sentences and literally like new sentences, new transformation rules. Yeah, I get to learn a lot from books.
Really, whenever we just go through books, so that time we need not to give extra time for our vocabs, because
Exactly.
through reading we get lots of vocabs, and some vocabs we are able to know through context. That is also
Exactly.
easy through context. Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes I read vocabulary, but I don't understand where to use it. But if I'm reading something, so it will definitely clarify how can I use it and where to use that.
Yes, of course. Definitely, reading tells us that how we can implement any particular vocab. If you have just taken one word from somewhere, but you don't know that how you have to use that, means the particular vocab is verb, adjective, or adverb. What is that? How we have to use this? We have to learn. Okay, but when we are reading any book, so that time automatically we are learning the uses of that particular vocabs as well. You just want to speak properly, if you want to get fluency, and you want to speak in front of each and every person like strangers, so that time you needed to focus on your speaking, not on grammar first. Because the person who are beginners, if they just go through and they just focus on grammar too much, so that time definitely they are going to make some mistakes. So
Exactly.
at a starting level, we should not focus on grammar. But when we are when we are just feeling that now we are confident, we are not hesitant, so we should gradually go with grammar rules, like some basic things like tenses and prepositions, articles. but not in the totally starting.
Exactly. Like there are few people who feel it trouble while studying grammar rules because there are a lot of grammar rules, exceptions. So it
Hmm.
becomes a problematic situation. So first
Yes.
step should be start speaking up, and when you'll find out, okay, this portion of grammar is weak of you. So yeah, start working on that. So like in
Yes.
learning is a process. So gradually we will conquer that.
Yeah, absolutely. What happened if we are just starting with grammar and we are making any mistakes? We don't know that how to use do, did, done, where to use basic vocabs and where to use means basic verbs like uh, like do, come, go. And when we are making lots of mistakes, so sometimes we fumble that we have spoken this thing wrong. So automatically we stop there and our conversation get restricted somewhere. So that is why we should not pay attention or grammar first. But if you want to build up your grammar exercises, your grammar vocabulary, your grammar knowledge, so that is also important. But when you just feel that now you are able to speak in front of everyone, you are able to convey your thoughts to other person. And suppose if you are just thinking about teaching someone, or you want to be a teacher, or you want to be a tutor, so that time you should have that proficiency in your language, that you should know grammar rules well so that you can teach someone. If there is no if you don't have any destination, means like you don't want to be a tutor or teacher, so that time you can learn grammar by the passive mode, like reading and listening. In this way also we can go through grammar.